Hello guys, and here Isabella reads an Amazon Made Simple подкаст. И как вы знаете, что так сложно иногда понять чужой язык, да еще и сделать бизнес на нем. Сегодня мы встречаемся с вами с Yoni Mazor, и он нам расскажет о том, как вытаскивать деньги с Amazon, когда вам кажется, что этих денег уже там нет. И также не забывайте, что каждое видео, которое мы выпускаем на английском языке, оно выходит с русскими субтитрами для того, чтобы вы имели возможность все понимать. Поехали! Hello everyone, and here we are again, Isabella reads an Amazon Made Simple podcast. And today I have a guy who will help you to reimburse your money that Amazon stole from you. I am joking. Actually, we all are losing a lot of money when we're selling Amazon. We just do not know about it. So, and here we have Yoni Mazor. Hey, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me, Isabella. It's great to be here. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's good.
It took a lot of efforts to take you on my podcast. I had to use my referrals and push other people to say.
When I got a call from the president of the United States of America saying you go on the podcast, I was like, okay, let's do it. So you know how to reach. You definitely have the reach.
Yeah, you just have to have the great connections, and you have to know who is the money man. And if the money man said so, then this is how it's meant to be. Okay, Yoni, can you please tell us what's actually happening in a market when people are starting selling Amazon and when they do not notice something that's actually happening in front of their nose?
Guys, so sellers work. I just want to preface this. If you're an Amazon seller, it's a great industry. It's a great business. Just make sure you're a professional because there's a lot to do. There's really a lot to do. You're going to need all the help you can get. Solutions like Isabella's or other solutions out there are something very vital for your success. So keep that in mind. So it's a lot of bullets flying at you. One more bullet that you need to pay attention to is when you finally source your product, you ship it to the warehouses, and you know what you want to sell. It's all good. But once you ship it to Amazon's fulfillment centers, issues might happen, right? So I'll give you a small, simple example just for you to understand the context of the elements. You might ship 1,000 units to Amazon's fulfillment center, and Amazon, instead of receiving 1,000 units, they're only going to receive, let's say, 990 units. So mathematically, you need to find this discrepancy, this minus, okay? They're not just going to say, oh, minus 10 units, here's your money. You have to find it. Then once you find it, you have to open a case with Amazon, present the information, and then if you're eligible for reimbursement, they're going to pay you a reimbursement. That's simple. Most sellers will understand this because they all ship their products to Amazon FBA if they're FBA sellers. Now, once your products and inventory is inside Amazon's fulfillment centers, inside the centers, your inventory can get lost or damaged or destroyed or disappeared or get overcharged with fees. So you got 4 or 5 elements that will happen inside once it's already inside, but also between the warehouses because sometimes Amazon might ship and move your products from, I think you're in Maryland, right?
Almost, yeah, Washington, D.C.
Okay, almost. So between Washington D.C. I don't think they have a fulfillment center there, but let's say they do. So they might shift it from Washington D.C. to California or from California to Nevada. So they have the 1 or 2 day shipping for their Amazon Prime members. So when they do that, those same elements happen. The units get lost, damaged, destroyed, disappeared. Also between the fulfillment centers and the consumers, the shoppers, when they buy, same things happen. Consumers back to Amazon with all the refunds and returns. And of course, from Amazon back to you if you are doing removal orders. So all these logistical friction points, that's when these 4 or 5 elements happen. So you put all together, there's more than 30 things you have to kind of look back at and to find issues that happen with your inventory and present that information very, very accurately to Amazon. And of course, if you're eligible for reimbursement, they're going to take care of you. We're going to provide you with the reimbursement. So this is kind of the universe in the world that we live in, Getida. We offer a solution for the seller so they don't have to kind of deal with this headache because it's not really managing your business or not creating the business. Your business is sourcing, launching, branding, really creating something of value for consumers. We're like archaeologists. We always look into the past. We always look at what happened. We come with our toothbrushes. We brush the rubble and the sand and the dust. And we find this golden coin through data. We find this golden nuggets. We put it back in your pocket. And by the way, only if you're successful in getting your recovery and putting that gold back in your pocket, only then we get rewarded because there's no, it's free to join Getida. It's free to stay. There's no subscription or anything. It's purely performance based. We charge 25% from the recovery. So if we got you $100 that you never had before, you never would imagine to have, only if we do that, we get 25%, which would be $25. But let's say 30 days pass by and we get you $0, you pay $0. So once again, it's free to join, free to stay. And the idea is that we're able to go back 18 months and all the data and flush you back with money you never would expect it to even have. That's kind of the Getida magic that we're trying to create. And this is, once again, this is just what for you to look back at. It's not the main business. The main business, like I said, sourcing, launching, ranking, positioning, listing, so many things, so many bullets. Just one of those bullets that you should stay attentive to. So hopefully I touch kind of what's going on here with my universe.
Yeah, your universe is pretty awesome. So I was always having a question. So when you guys are trying to reimburse the money, how many people are actually looking on the backside? Because I know how Getida works. You are using the API, so you're integrating Getida into Amazon Seller Center account, and then you have people who are starting looking into that. So how many people are usually monitoring? Because we are using you guys for several accounts, and what I can tell is like if something lost, like you guys immediately starting cracking it out, and like reimbursements are coming through super fast. So who is doing it? How you guys doing it? How you keeping track on all this stuff? And the question after that will be what like time frame limits do we have? You mentioned 18 months for something, and I believe for returns we have like 90 days, right?
I'll touch all of them. Don't worry.
Yeah, so
I'll take
touch
care of
all
it.
of it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let's start with, I guess, the team, and then we'll go over to the brackets and time limitations. So all in Getida, we have 125 team members in 6 countries. But the team that helps with the processing of the claims and cases back and forth with Amazon, most of them are former Amazon employees who used to work in their reimbursements department. So they know what they're looking for, how to present the issues, and especially how to manage all the back and forth, and also stay compliant throughout the whole process. It's very important to be aware that we're an authorized solution provider by Amazon, which means we have a double commitment. We have a commitment to you guys, to the sellers, but also to Amazon to make sure that we're terms of service compliant, data security, private policy, all these elements. We got to make sure we perform on the highest level. So yeah, so the solution. So I just want to clarify, Getida, we're not a tool, we're not a software, we're a solution. As a solution, we have software and tools internally that we use along with our team to create the solution. The solution is maximum recovery. Whatever you're eligible to receive, we'll make sure you get that in the best way possible, smoothest way possible, and of course, compliant way possible. So yeah, the technology helps us to daily just discover the issues daily. And of course, once information we discover an issue, it goes to our team member. They take a further review, and they feel like there's action to be taken on it. They'll take the leadership on that. They'll open the case. Of course, if there's any back and forth, you need to reply to some of the cases. They will make sure to do that until the whole issue is kind of resolved. So the power of technology and the systems and the tools and the setup that we built internally, along with the team members and their skill set, enables us to kind of be very impactful and efficient. Where how we process the recovery process for all these sellers, including yourself, on a very large scale. That's kind of the magic internally, because we do it at a very, very large scale, and that took us about 7 years to build. Day after day, hour after hour, to really build the technological ability along with the human skills to create the maximum impact. So that's kind of the scale, size, and what behind the scenes. But now let's go into the brackets. High level, I'll keep it simple. You have 18 months, you have 9 months, and you got 3 months. So I'll start with the 3 months. 3 months you have to reconcile when Amazon financially overcharges you with fees. So your product, when you sell products on FBA, the fulfillment fees, when they pick the unit from the bin, they package in a box, they ship it out, they charge you a fulfillment fee or pick and pack fee. And it's based on the weight and dimensions. So if Amazon has incorrect data and they think your product is larger and heavier than it actually is, they're going to charge you more fees. So you need to discover that, and you can only go back 90 days on what they overcharge you. So if, let's say, for the whole year they overcharge you $100,000, but then in the past 90 days they charge you $30,000, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get $30,000 back. The $70,000 is gone forever. So you have 90 days to reconcile that. The shipments, when you ship your products to Amazon, we have the whole FBA shipment. You have 9 months to reconcile that, and kind of everything else has about 18 months. There's some rare type of issue that have no time limitation that we usually look after. They're very rare, very unique, but there's also them, but I don't want to overcomplicate. So high level, you got the 9 months, 3 months, 9 months, and 18 months.
That sounds good. So based on everything you said, to my understanding, every single person who's starting selling on Amazon is supposed to sign up with Getida immediately, because if they will lose this 90 days and then 180, then they will be able to reimburse something only based on the 90 days, and they're losing the money for the previous 90 days.
Yeah, the idea is
But
that
for selling,
to make sure you don't kind of miss out on what's yours, just have a backup system. Of course, we do encourage the sellers to do as much as they can on their own, right, by themselves. But it's good to have some, a solution. There's many solutions out there that can help. Getida, we happen to be one of them, so we'll be happy to help anybody that it wants. But let's say you have us, we'll be just a backup system to make sure you don't kind of lose out on anything that is really it's yours. It's not nobody else's. So it's better for you to have your own pocket and your own your own money in your own pocket instead of having it in somebody else's pocket.
how do you guys finding out the issue with the, like, for example, packing? So how do you know that, like, this mug weight, I don't know, like 15 ounces instead of 9, or instead of 27, how they charge you? Like, how do you do this work?
Okay, great question. So it's very important to understand that once you sign up to Getida, you actually get access to our platform. We're a platform. So just like that, we're gonna get you money from anything that we can, so you don't have to really do anything. But if you go to our platform and engage with it and provide us some data, we're gonna be able to get you even more, that extra, right? So once you set up your Getida account, there's a module we call Pick and Pack. You're gonna be able to provide us with the weight and dimensions for every ASIN. You could do it manually, you could do it in bulk with an Excel file, and that's it. Once we have it, we see it as the truth. Because you say, how do we know? You have to provide us that data. We're not gonna make up the data for you. If you have Amazon thinks some product is 16 pounds, but it's only 1 pound, we're not gonna tell them, hey, it's 1 pound. We need you to upload the data so we can see it as the ultimate truth, and then we're gonna do the backup. That's one way we do it. The second additional way that we do is that, let's say you sign up with Getida, and we see what Amazon sees right now. So we say there's another logic that we use, saying, okay, you never provided us with information, but if we ever do, we're going to be able to really adjust it. But for now, whatever information that there are on the listings, if in the future it changes and Amazon starts to overcharge you, our system will start basically kicking in and taking care of that. In a sense, so there's two ways we look at it. If you provide us information, ultimate truth. If you don't, whatever the information right now and whatever is going to be in the future, any changes, then we're going to be able to take care of that, because it
Okay.
started somewhere, but then there was a change, so we can treat that as some sort of a benchmark if we need to.
Do you guys have any reimbursement with the storage fees? Because it's the same issue. Like, sometimes Amazon is overcharging you because, like, they think you are storing like 100,000 cubics, but it's actually one.
Yeah, so usually it's bundled into one. So the recovery from the fulfillment fees includes basically storage fees, because exactly right. It's based on the weight and dimensions. So if they overcharge you with the fulfillment fees, it means that the storage fees, they also overcharge you. Uh, Typically, most of the sales that we see, they have fast alignment, so they don't overstock too much. They don't have much of storage fees. But of course, if you have an issue of paying a lot in storage, right away we can take a look into that issue and we get your recovery there. Pretty rare, but of course it's still an issue.
Sounds good. Right now, I noticed that a lot of different companies are trying to duplicate Getida. And if I'm wrong or I'm right, but Getida was the number one company who started with all this magical magic that is happening, and you guys are recovering a lot of money. And I've seen how, to one of our customers, I think you recovered $25,000 or $30,000. So it was a lot. And you were one of the co-founders, and you've been one of the people who actually create this idea. So here's two questions. First question: how do you feel about competitors, and why competitors cannot be better than Getida?
So a few things regarding the competition. We like them. For the most part, we're friendly with them. Sometimes we kind of help each other if we ever need to, and when we see each other with shows, we take pictures. And it's all good. We're very friendly with them, and they do, actually, honestly, just to be honest, they do a fairly decent job. It's all good. I just want to clarify a few things. Just to be honest, I'm going to give credit when credit is due. We're not the first ones to do this. Okay, we're
Oh,
not the
really?
first company. No, we're not the first. Well, maybe we're the loudest or more or most right now kind of out there, but originally we're not the first one. So I do want to give credit for whoever did it the first one. I don't know who was the first one, but all I can tell is I don't think we're the first one. But let me backtrack a little bit to tell you the evolution of Getida, how Getida was born, because it's not like we sat one day in a really fancy room and said, let's create this thing. It was never the thing. So let me give you the story. So about 10 years ago, we started selling online, and back in the day, the main arena was eBay for us. And then 2013, we started selling on Amazon, and the business grew very, very quickly from 0 to 20 million in FBA sales. And then we became a part of a larger group that together as a group, we're doing about 100 million in FBA revenue. So what happened was the spreadsheets we're using to do all this auditing were just breaking. We couldn't use them anymore, right? So that pushed us to create software and technology to be able to process the data on a daily basis because it's so massive. In addition to that, create a dedicated team just to solve the issue, because we discovered that on an annual basis, the discrepancy rate is between 1 to 3%. So when we're doing a million a year, that's $10,000 to $30,000 that we got to take care of after. But once we're doing 100 million, that's 1 to 3 million. So that pushes us to create the technology and set up a dedicated team to keep solving the issue. So effectively, we created the solution for ourselves. But then we told our friends from the industry that we have these capabilities. So they told us, "Help us, we'll pay you." So that was the early genesis of Getida back in 2015. Then for the first like 2 3 years, we're just growing organically because the value proposition was so simple: free to join, free to stay, purely performance based. It's just, if we bring you value, we get rewarded. So it's kind of growing. And then we just strategically decided to cash out of our retail positions and focus just on helping sellers. And the moment we had our full focus, attention, creativity, motivation, and energy just in one thing, that's when I think we kind of started taking leadership on this niche. And the niche is called Amazon FBA auditing and reimbursements. Really, the focus is just really there on a very, very strong and passionate level. I think it resonates. Other providers out there, like I said, all good guys, all nice guys. It could be a reality where they're still selling on Amazon. So think about it. If you're selling on Amazon, you come first, because if you have a suspension or whatever issue, your business comes first before all the rest of the clients that you have. Keep that in mind, guys. Right?
Of
When
course.
when dealing, especially when you scale and scale and scale, where's that balance? So that's one thing. Or they're part of they do all these other solutions. This is just one of them. So they do it, but the focus, the hardcore hyper focus is not there. Because for us, this is all we know. Talk to me about sports, I know nothing. Talk to me about, I don't know anything else, nothing. But talk to me about Amazon FBA auditing reimbursements, I can talk about it all day. So the hyper focus creates the ability to commit to our mission, which is maximum recovery or maximum impact. um, and like other solutions might be just a tool, so you got to do your own work, which is cool. Like Helium 10, Refund Genie, they're our partner. Great tool, we actually recommend it. Take it, use it. It only kind of solves 2 to 3 issues. We look at 30 plus issues. So these 2 3 issues, if you're already a Helium 10 subscriber or member and you have the tool, it's already free. Use it. Like I said, we encourage the sales to get the maximum they can get, and then whatever they're missing out, we're gonna be able to back that up. So in other words, we're very customizable. It doesn't have to be us or them. It could be kind of together. That's part of our philosophy on it. It's just that together or in being customizable, we create that maximum impact, and you're always comfortable. So anytime you pay us for the recovery, you really honestly know that really it was something you would never had before. You just simply wouldn't have it, because once again, it could be a tool or it could be your own team. Hire your VAs, hire your own team, make sure that all day, all night they sit on it. Great. But whatever they're missing out on, we'll bring it back to you and back you up. So once you pay us, like, yeah, this is money from the dead. I'm happy to pay it because it's money I never had anyways. So that's our kind of philosophy about competition, or the markets out there, or being the first. We're not the first, but today I would say with our focus, our motivation and attention, just doing this creates a reality where I would say, humbly say, we're kind of leading the niche.
I love it. So, generally speaking, to summarize everything, the moment you guys signed up with Amazon Seller Central account, or you're already selling on Amazon, you have to sign up with the Getida, and we have the special code that you'll be able to reimburse your $400 for free. And generally speaking, this is how you can test out Getida, and you can see if Getida actually doing stuff or not. And me personally, I recommend Getida a lot because we reimbursed thousands of dollars, and those monies like we probably will never have at all, and that's why we're pretty happy with that. And at the same time, you don't have to hire any team, you don't have to pay people salary on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. Getida is doing everything for you, so your paying is just like you have a salesman that is recovering your money from Amazon. And the difference is just they already know the algorithm, they know, they have all templates, they know how to recover, what to recover, where to take a look, and how to do it fast. Because when you never created appeal with Amazon, and when you never requested any money, you don't know how to do it right. Getida knows how to do it right and how to do it fast. So, generally speaking, your time from signing up to the time of the recovery in about 2 weeks, because this is the time when Amazon is paying you your money and when Amazon is withdrawing money to your Amazon account. And tell me, please, how they can sign up with Ritz Momentum using our Ritz 400 code.
You got it. So just to recap a little bit, you can join for free. There's no subscription. So that's the baseline. But on top of that, like she said, we're gonna give you, I guess, a special offer. So where no matter what, you're gonna have $400 more in your pocket. So you can just visit getida.com /Ritz. So it's Getida is GETIDA /Ritz, which is RITZ. So if you do that, you're gonna be able to claim a $400 offer, where the first $400 we're gonna get for you in reimbursements is gonna be absolutely free. After we get you $400, if you want to leave us, you can leave. If you want to stay, you can stay. It's all good for us. This way you can try us, see what it's all about. And of course, if you're comfortable, want to stay, we'll be happy to serve you. But just for taking the time to listening to this episode and being a part of Isabella's followers, you're gonna get some value out of this. So hopefully this will help you.
Yoni, thank you for joining, and your time is very valuable. I appreciate it a lot, and I see you at the future events, and I know which one is the next.
All right, sounds
See you
good.
in a couple of weeks.
Take care, everybody.
Talk to you soon. Bye.